Stop. Alright, do this problem. Hopefully you know what x is. Everybody in here should be able to figure out x. And you've got 2 minutes because we're about to move on.
Wait, does that say root 10?
It does.
Okay, so
Is that in the second column right here?
Yes.
so I was looking at, I don't know what's going on.
I know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a copy of these notes. I ran out of copies of this, so I have to print it off again. And then you're going to be able to watch the video in your early time.
I'm ready for lunch.
You have time being... Me too.
Oh, I heard something different.
Oh my gosh. Alright, what is x? No. Root 10. Now guys, 10 and root 10 are two different numbers. Cameron. No. Y'all know I don't even care if it's Jesus. No. And I don't care. Put it away. Alright, y equals what? Why did y'all get 5 root 2?
Because you couldn't have a rooster on it.
You do. You cut it in half. Ish. You know what I'm going to show you though?
Jesus.
It's root 20, right? What's the biggest perfect square that goes in a 20? 4. So that's 4 and 5. What's the square root of 4?
2.
So it's 2 root 5.
Oh.
You got my hopes up.
I meant.
So you only cut it in half and slap a rooster on it when it gives you the hypotenuse, like right here.
Well, I did get it right, judging her.
No, we're moving on. We'll practice more of these on Monday, but we are doing 30, 60, 90 now. So go to this page right here, and I want you to write page 54 down. And it's going to be A, B, and C again. 30, 60, 90. And today is the 8th, International Women's Day. Woo! Cut in half and share. Cut in half and share.
Yeah, it's fine though.
No, Blair.
I don't know.
No, we can't bring food in the school.
Yes.
So 53C was this page, correct? 54A is going to go on the back left. 54B is going to go over here. This is A, this is B. And Blake, I promise I will label it correctly today. Or I will at least try. What? Thank you. Yes. This is B, 54B. This is 54A. You don't have 54C yet. Okay. Go team. Stop it. I can tell. We are not playing Uno anymore. Alright, are we ready? Okay, well, I'm going to write the learning target. I need you to write the learning target, and let's get it together. Okay, so more triangles today because we are still in the unit of triangles, so super sorry, Drake. But today is the. Oh my gosh. All right, Chewbacca. Today is the second special right triangle that we have. Now we have two. The first one is 45, 45, 90. The second is 30, 60, 90.
Are we going to get like a pulse in this one too?
I don't even know what words you just said.
Are we going to get a roll for this one like we did?
Yes. Yeah. So the reason they're special right triangles is because there's a pattern every time. Now, you create a 30, 60, 90 out of an equal... Can y'all stop? Out of an equilateral triangle. Now, what are some facts that we know about equilateral triangles?
All sides are equal.
All sides congruent. Take a point. All angles are congruent. Take a point. What is the measure of the angles? 60 degrees. Take a point. Look at me learn how to write small for once.
Good job. Magic.
I know. Bless you.
Thank you. That's very.
Yes. Okay. Good talk. So, oh my gosh.
If I would have asked you, like, why is that important? I was like,
Even self-control can go.
Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to create two triangles from this one triangle. Just like yesterday, where we created the two triangles from the square by drawing the diagonal. Now, we're not going to draw a diagonal here, but what can we draw?
Straight line through the middle.
All lines are straight.
Oh, okay, straight line.
a line straight to the middle.
Yeah.
What is that line going to be called?
Bisect. Angle bisect.
Altitude.
Where did you guys go? Take a point! Alright, now, what I want you to do is I want you to draw an altitude from the top to the bottom. Now, altitudes intersect at what kind of angle? A 90-degree angle. And it also, wonder of all wonders, cuts this top angle in half. Now, this is 60, and this is 60. So what is this half right here going to be? 30. And what is this half over here going to be? 30. Does everybody understand so far? Can y'all see that green, or do I need to switch colors?
I know what they are.
That's why I said straight line. It's not straight.
I'm over talking to you now.
Is that 6? You're real particular.
60, 60. These are rainbows.
The rainbow. That's something like
Is that better? Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to redraw let me back it up like a U-Haul truck. This whole side length is going to be 2. And we're going to call this A, B, Z.
Wow, why? For real. I'm gonna put these just mess up your brain. A, B, C.
And we're going to call this point right here T. Because we like to party. Now, not only does this altitude bisect the angle, but it also bisects this side. So what I want us to do is I want us to redraw this 30, 60, 90 triangle down here. Is everybody with me? So we're going to move our paper up. You guys are going to use a ruler so that your lines are straight, or a protractor. I'm okay.
And that's
I do
triangle
need-
looks like the way it does.
Exactly. I do need one, but I'm fine. Alright, so this is 60, and this is 30. And this is A, B, T. You can read. Now, if AZ was 2, and I told you that not only did the altitude bisect angle B, but it also bisected AZ, what would AT be? 1. Take a point. Because half of 2 is?
1.
Now, do we know what the length of AB is?
Yes, it's 2.
Why do you know that?
Because it's an equilateral triangle and all the sides of
Fantastic.
Whoa.
So if it's equilateral, I don't know what I'm doing or not. 'Cause it doesn't have to.
Yes. All right, now, how would we find BT?
Pythagorean theorem.
Pythagorean theorem. Take a point. So we're going to let this be our x. Now remember, the Pythagorean theorem is what? What's the formula?
Square plus b squared equals c squared.
Why are you talking like that? All right, what is A? 1, okay. What is B? Oh, Blair. Squared, not S. What is B?
X.
And what is C? Are we ready or do we need a mo? Okay, what's 1 squared?
1.
What's 2 squared?
4 minus 1 equals 3, I do 3.
X squared equals 3.
Yes.
But what does X equal?
The square root of 3.
The square root of 3. Thank you. Take a point. Now, is the square root the same as dividing by 2? No. No. But we're going to leave it in simplest radical form. Isn't that what we've been practicing doing with our 45, 45, 92? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to see if this is a pattern every single time. So we're going to do another one, and then we're going to come over here to our chart. Is everybody ready? Get super excited. Why are we not ready?
Is that excitement?
Oh, okay.
It says raspberry and it messed me up for a minute.
Hey, that triangle is pretty straight. Look at me go. Heifers.
It could be better.
I was going to compliment your triangle, but
I'd like
I'll
to
take my
state
compliment that.
on the record that Ms. Hasbrook's calls me heifers.
All right, 4, 8, and then this is going to be X. Do you want to do it together or on your own? Together? Okay, we can do it
I'm
together.
not smart. I need it together.
All right, so now, we don't know the pattern for 30, 60, 90 yet, and we're missing a side length of our right triangle. So what are we going to use? Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to do x squared plus 4 squared equals 8 squared. Are we ready? Or do we need a mo?
8 seconds.
All right, what's 4 squared? What's 8 squared? Now, could I also have plugged in my 4 for A? Does it really matter?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't
But
matter.
You could have. Is what I'm saying.
Yes. Okay, what do I do from here?
Yes, we are.
Subtract 16.
Subtract 16 and 64 and you get 48. Okay? And you take the square root of 48.
Now, I want it in simplest radical form, which means we need my card because Buddha knows y'all have lost yours. Look at the second column. What is the biggest perfect square that goes into 48? 16. 48 divided by 16 is 3. What's the square root of 16? 4 root 3. What did they have in common? Root 3. Take a point. And what do you notice about 4 and 8?
They're half of each other.
Yep. And what do you notice about 1 and 2?
Half of each other.
It's going to be that every time, but this time you're going to have a root 3. I know. Are we ready to do our chart? Let's do our chart. Come right here, please.
All right. That's not what I meant to do.
Okay. if I give you 6,
I gave 6.
this is, and it's 30, 60, 90. So it's small side, big side, hypotenuse.
Okay.
Which the hypotenuse is the longest side. So small side, medium side, longest.
Right.
So it's 6, and then you're going to have x root 3, but what was our x this time? So it's 6 root 3. And then you're going to do 2 times x, so 2 times 6 is? And you do that every time. Every time, every time. What?
Let's do 4.
We've already done 4. We did in our problem over there. Alright, so if my small side is 8. If my small side is 8.
Okay.
What's my 60-degree angle side going to be? 8 root 3. And what's my hypotenuse going to be? 16, because it's 2 times x. Yeah? Alright, if I have 7. I don't know why I just drew a line through my 7. I never do that. What would my 60-degree side be?
Root 3.
And what would my hypotenuse be?
14.
Why? 7 times 2 is 14. Okay, let's see if we can do this. What would my 60-degree side be? 12.5 root 3. And what's my 90?
Look at us go.
This time, I'm going to give you the hypotenuse. So if I tell you that my hypotenuse is 4 root 2, how would you get your small side? If your hypotenuse is 2 times x, how would you get x? What do you have to get rid of? Divide by 2. So what's 4 root 2 divided by 2? 2 root 2. And then what are we going to multiply 2 root 2 by? By root 3. So that's 2 root 2 times root 3, which is 2 root 6. Does everybody see how we got 2 root 6? Do you not see? Does anybody not see? So if it's 2x, we need blah blah blah. If 4 root 2 is 2x, we need to get rid of the 2 to get x, correct? You just divide by 2.
So that doesn't do anything to the root?
No, because it's not under a square root. Alright, what if I gave you, having to look at a picture of my notes, 10 root 5. I want you to get the short side without me. Why do we all look at me whenever I ask you to work out a problem on your own?
I feel like if I was the answer.
Okay.
I got some Bluetooth connection.
Okay.
That's not how knowledge works.
We could use words and say that if we're confused.
I'm confused.
You're confused? Okay. So if you're looking for x, all right, and we know that our long side is 2x, so we would say 2x equals 10 root 5. How would we get rid of that? How would we get x by itself? We divide by 2. Can we divide the 2 and the 5? No, because the 5 is under the radical. You cannot divide 5 and 2. But can you divide 10 and 2?
Yes.
So you get 5 root 5. Did anybody get that?
I did because I
Super
looked
proud.
At you, I looked at you and you told me.
Oh my gosh.
I just didn't write it down because I wasn't
What?
secure.
That's exactly what I said.
Okay, well, we'll finish Monday. Hey, Monday we're going to be doing 30, 60, 90, and 45, 45, 90.